Okay guys, the Corsair SP2500 2.1 speaker system. So the speakers are 220 watts in total. The subwoofer is 120 watts and the satellites are 50 watts each. So this certainly is a massive box. I'm looking forward to getting it open and seeing what's inside, but I thought I'd just give you a quick look. So quite a big write up here in a whole bunch of languages. Yeah, you can just pause any of this if you want to. Okay guys, so here's the full kit all unpacked. So you can see how massive that subwoofer is. It's sitting right next to my Corsair Obsidian 800D case. Just to give you an idea of the size. Have a look at that. So yeah, on top I've got all the cables laid out and the controller and also the satellites, so I'll just bring you in for a look at all of that. So I'll also spin the subwoofer around in a minute so that you can have a look at the connections on the back of it. Okay, so here's the controller. Now this connects to the back of the subwoofer via a D-sub cable. Okay, so here we have a 3.5mm audio cable. RCA cables, that's the other option for connection to the PC. Or, not just to the PC. These can obviously go to any audio source with these connections. So these are the cables that go to the satellites. So this is the power cable to power the whole kit. Now these are to rest the satellites on to angle them better. So they've just got rubber on the bottom of them so you don't get any vibration. So you can put them at the front or the back of the satellites depending on whether you're sitting above or below them. Okay, so here's the satellites. I'll just give you a look around them. So there's the connector there. So this is the right hand side satellite. And you can see there's a tweeter and a mid-range driver. Okay. Okay, just a look at the back of the subwoofer. So you can see the quality of the build is just excellent. That's a brushed aluminium plate just there. And that's also, I'm pretty sure, another aluminium plate. This one's quite a bit thicker. So you've got the power input here. Auxiliary 1, which is a 3.5mm audio jack. You've got line in here, which is the RCA connectors. You've got the controller input here, which is a D-sub connector, and the satellite ports as well. So the inputs that you have are, you can select on the controller. There's three of them. There's line in, auxiliary 1 and auxiliary 2. So there's two of them there, and I'll just show you the other one. So auxiliary 2 is on the top of the controller. That's the one that I'm actually using. So I've got that connected straight from my PC. Also we have a mini USB-B connector here, and that's for possible future firmware updates. If they need to release any. Okay, just some quick specifications on the system. The subwoofer is 203mm, 120 watts. Now that's a 24-hour continuous rating. The subwoofer is powered by dual 60 watt Class D amplifiers, and they're bridged. Now the satellites use a 76.2mm mid-range driver and a 25.4mm tweeter. Now both of those are continuous 24-hour ratings as well. Now each satellite gets 50 watts, 40 watts to the mid-range driver amplifier and 10 watts to the tweeter amplifier. The tweeter is a ferrofluid cooled silk diaphragm. Okay, the functionality of the controller. So you have 3 buttons at the bottom. You've got a scroll wheel and a scroll wheel button, and also a power button. So this is the volume button. It takes you to the volume area. Now at the volume area you use the scroll wheel to adjust the level of the volume, and the scroll wheel button mutes the speakers. So you can see there's 3 icons down here. You've got satellites icon, subwoofer icon, and a headphones icon. Now the volume icon shows you when the speakers are muted. The subwoofer icon shows you when the subwoofer is on or off. So I'll press the subwoofer button and take you to the subwoofer area. Now again, scroll wheel to adjust the level, and scroll wheel button to mute the subwoofer and isolate the satellites. So you can actually very easily switch off the subwoofer completely and just have the satellites running. So you can see the icon here was switching on or off. Now the headphones icon will switch on when you plug in headphones. There's the headphone port right there. Nice easy access on the controller. And when you plug in headphones, it will mute the speakers. So the middle button takes you to the main menu. Okay, so we've selected program here. So I'll just scroll through these to show you the different options. So we've got late night. Now watch this, if I select that, the subwoofer turns off. So that's all what late night does, it switches off the subwoofer. And obviously the reason for that is not to annoy your neighbours. So turn that off and the subwoofer comes back on. This little icon down here is showing us that. So late night, stadium, concert hall, club, theatre, karaoke. Now this is pretty amazing. It takes out the voice part of the song so that you can do karaoke, and it works pretty well. Dynamic pop, wide, and none. And now the inputs, so there's 3 of those. So we've got auxiliary 2 selected, which is what I'm plugged into now. Line in is for the RCA connections in the back of the subwoofer, and auxiliary 1 is the 3.5mm jack in the back of the subwoofer. Okay, now the equalizer. So we've got action gaming, headphones, reference, classical, pop, jazz, mod X, action, drama, FPS. So I'll just take you into the setup menu section. So here you have language, backlighting. I'll just select this, I'll show you the different options. So you've got 5, 10, 30 and 60 seconds. Now you've also got colours, and in here you've got night and day. So I'll just show you night. So I've got the speakers set up now at my primary system. I'm going to be using them from now on, and you can see I'm using the speaker stands. Okay, so there's the other one there, and also the subwoofer down underneath next to my UPSs. Okay, so I don't have time to go through all the audio presets. So remember, in the controller there was program and equalizer. So under program I'm just running none, and I'm just running the equalizer as reference. So here goes. So I've just got it muted at the moment. So I'll just give you a listen to some of the different guns. Pretty amazing. Hopefully it gives you an idea. Alright guys, I better wrap it up there. Nice way to finish it off. So these really are an amazing set of speakers, and I know a lot of engineering has gone into them. There's a lot of complexity behind their design, and I would have liked to have talked about that a whole lot more, and if I was an audio buff I certainly could have, but this is my first speaker review and I really have a fair bit more to learn about audio, so I admit that this review is lacking in the technical side. But over the years I've listened to a lot of gaming speaker systems. I've owned a lot myself, and this is certainly the most amazing set of speakers I've ever heard. I turn these things up to the absolute max and there is no distortion whatsoever, just crisp and clear sound all the way, and the crossover point to bass is just perfect. The way they've set up the controller too, it's great to be able to have a controller right next to you with a big screen so you can easily see it. You've got the power button right next to you, you've got volume, you can mute it, you can plug your headphones in, you've got an extra input so that you don't have to go under the desk for the to input an extra device. That controller really does give you a lot of options right next to you, and having all those sound presets, I mean, if you don't like the sound, there's enough presets there to be able to adjust it to get the perfect sound for you. Okay, so that pretty much sums up my review of the Corsair SP2500 speakers. I hope you enjoyed the review. Thanks for watching. Please subscribe and also please favourite the video because that really helps me out. Thanks guys.